Hello everyone, welcome back to Endless Legend. This is part 2, where we continue our game with the Cultists. So, when we left off, this is our hero. He was wandering around with a preacher. We have converted a couple of villages. And this is Mega City, our one city. This faction can only build one city, so that is our thing. Let's build an Emerald Extractor, since we have that tech now, and a Mill Foundry, which gives production. That sounds good. Barrow Streets. We have one building, and we have one. We'll need two more before our city becomes Tier 2. Once it's Tier 2, our approval rating will go up, because each borough you build goes down in approval rating. But if you can complete it, it will actually kind of negate that negative effect you are having. So that'll be good. And our hero has leveled up. I think getting plus 15% influence on a city would be good. And let's actually send him back to our city. So let's unassign him and assign to city. Let's assign him to Mega City. There we go. Alright. Oh, I already looked at that. So now we just have this guy by himself. Let's do a little parlay. Return the village when you give them 100 dust. I don't have 100 dust. And I'm unable to get money from disbanding units. I think that's because I need a tech. I believe I need the mercenary market before I can get that. So I will add that to my queue. But I can use this as an army. So not the end of the world. Let's take all these random units and make ourselves a little army out of it. This is the Broken Lord's land, it looks like. The red team. I haven't actually met him yet, so let's try and find him. The city is in this region somewhere. And our burrow should be done. There we go. It also sends us into the level 2, Era 2. So we have Era 2 techs now. So we could get better stuff, like better weapons and armor, or other things. Let's see what we want in here. Approval rating on city, plus food and dust. That looks pretty good. Unlock ship travel. This unlocks roads, but roads only are built between cities, and I only have one city, so that's kind of useless. Also unlocks watchtowers, but I don't care about that. Minor facts assimilation slot could be good. Permits proposal of peace treaty. I don't care about that. Glory to the Empire, plus 5 influence on city, plus 1 per... That is amazing. So we'll go for that. Actually, we should probably get that first. Yeah. So we'll get the mercenary market after the library. And we'll call that good. So I think we'll make a little army out of this. We do have a little roaming army here. Could be a problem. Let's combine those into one. Still haven't found him. There he is. Hail your grace, let's hope that we become honorable acquaintances. So they're basically kind of like ghost paladins. They're more or less suits of armor with like ghost spirits inside of them. And they run off money. Like they're repaired with money. Everything is currency related with that team. It's pretty cool. Alright, I managed to get a group of 3 here. Let's go back here and try and combine them with that. I also researched the Fanatic, which is my cavalry unit. as you can see, it's like a, a robot three-headed dog kind of ghost thing with a Nazgul and a Pez dispenser on it. It's very strange. So we'll add improved movement to it, because that's good to have. We'll get the latest armor that I can wear, and a tier 2 claw instead of a tier 1, which upgrades all his stats. Also upgrades his production cost, but I don't care about that. Should probably edit the Rumbler as well, and do the exact same thing. Give him the latest gear, give him more movement, etc, etc. That's a wrong weapon. There we go. Preacher I'm not going to worry about, because I won't build any more of those crappy units. So let's add a fanatic to the list of things to do, and then we'll add a burrow. We want to surround our main part in 4 of these to upgrade it, so we'll put it there. That's our main part. As you can see, it's some kind of phallic tower. And here's the remnants of our old village the dragons decided to stomp all over. We will make those dragons pay. Oh yes, we will. I don't plan on going for any peaceful victory in this game. Oh no. There will be blood. For now, we'll just keep going on, moving on. Getting our villages assimilated. I do need a unit of my faction to actually assimilate units, so I either need a hero or I need a fanatic to actually be able to parlay with a city. Like, I can't use these to talk to this village because they're just neutral units. I have to have one of my own units. In winter, I only search unspoiled ruins of 6 red zang. I don't have any red zang, and it is also not winter. So, no. But we'll continue to search ruins, though, as it is always good. Your empire's expenditures are greater than your remaining treasury if you do not adjust your dust output. Action will be taken, and city improvements, units, or even heroes will be sold. Oh. Okay, well, we don't want that to happen, do we? There we go. That keeps us positive, while maintaining our boost influence. I'm not going to put anyone in production, because quite frankly I don't need to. I'm making pretty good production without actually doing anything. Our Moonleaf booster is ended, meaning plus 50% science on cities is ended, and a little bit of approval has gone down, so as you can see it's gone down to content. Not the best. You want to keep it above, like happy or above, to get the buffs that you get from keeping your empire happy, if at all possible. I'm kind of worried about this roaming army here. We're getting -6 gold again for some reason. Let's take another person. As long as we stay positive, everything should be fine. So we'll have a fanatic in 6 turns. That should be good. Let's queue up a couple fanatics, actually. And maybe a rumbler. We'll get ourselves a real army. Oh, there's a titanium extractor there. We should actually throw that up to the top of the queue, I think. That is the most important thing. I will be needing titanium to upgrade my troops and such once I unlock those tiers in the science tree. Which is probably what I'll go for after I get what I get. So once I get a central market, I think I'll go for let's go for weapons, and then we'll go for armor. And that will upgrade my weapons and armor, and we will be awesome. Alright, let's put these guys back in the city so they just get experience while sitting there. Since I'm not really doing anything with those guys. This is a full army, so I can continue to roam around. I can attack these guys. This should be pretty easy. Centaurs aren't bad. These are, but should be fine. These guys are both support units, so I should be able to easily kill these. See, not taking a whole lot of damage. Alright, there goes one. Taking a little longer than I expected, but we will win. None of these units I have here are very good. They're all very minor faction units, and they don't have any upgrades. Oh, except for that one preacher, which is terrible. Probably the worst unit in the group, which is the one that belongs to my faction. And now they will heal over time, because these are regular units. The only units you have to worry about healing, like normally, manually, are the Broken Lords here. You have to click, like, heal, and they cost money to heal. So that's how that faction works. I got a Rumbler in the Ursi's village. Alright, let's take him, and let's send him back to my cap. And we'll talk to this village here. Make sure there's no enemy in lower region for 5 turns, which is that region right there. Doesn't look like there's anyone in this region, so we should be fine, I think. Unless something spawns from here. There are demons here. This is not a unit you want to mess with. They have Chain Lightning, which is an AoE. They have pretty good amount of life, and they're just pretty strong in general. So if you see a roaming demon army, you probably want to not fight it. Apparently my city's being attacked by a couple ended. I'm just gonna, yeah, auto-resolve that one. Skip a little time. If I feel I can win a fight pretty easily, I think I'm just gonna auto-resolve. Oh, that's the one that wanted request. Okay. Because quite frankly, I don't need to watch every battle. They just drag the game on for longer. And this is more of just a look at it, you know? Not really I'm gonna play a game. I'll play more games in the future, probably. But this is just a quick kind of game, I guess. Normally I wouldn't play with like 2 players. I'd play with like 4 on a bigger map or something. But that would take a lot of hours. Kind of like a Civ game. Civ takes a lot, okay. Yeah, a lot of time. As do most 4X strategy games. So this is winter. Winter is very bad for you. You get half movement, -1 on food, science, and gold. Not science. Food production and gold on tiles, and minus vision. So as you can see, I'm getting -33 gold a turn. Not great. So I'm gonna have to pull a lot of guys out of that to stay positive. Also, I want a public library. Probably want that first. Get my science going a little higher. And as you see, it'll take 135 turns now to get to population growth, so it's pointless to have them there. I think putting them in science would probably benefit me more. There are things you can do to negate this huge negative deficit you'll get from winter. I can show you right now. Say I go to my hero, and he manages to get this level, which is I'm 2 levels away from getting this. This will negate all effects of winter from the city that he's governing. So you really want to go for that if this is a governor, which this is my governor. My governor. And that will make my city a hell of a lot better. Also, there are things like called winter shelters. I'm not quite sure where you get those, if they're in the tech tree or they're a quest thing, but those also help with winter. There's a few things that help with winter. There's perks you can choose when you start to help with winter. So if you're making a custom faction, there are things you can choose in there. So I got 25 dye and pacification of that village. 25 dye gives me plus 50% booster on, wow, an influence with the city. That's not bad. If I wasn't having to put so many people into gold, that would be great. I could take these out and then boost it. I think I'm going to do that. So let's use this booster. Let's see what other boosters we have. Experience on unit. I guess I could use that. It gives me a little approval rating, 10 on cities as well. More production on cities? Sure. I'll use that. It gives approval as well. Attack on units. I don't think I need that right now. And I've also managed to get my approval rating to happy, giving me plus 15% science and gold. So you want to keep your place happy, your people, if at all possible. I'll also convert this village. So now we have an eyeless one's village. Excellent. And with that, that sends another worker to my village. As you can see, I have 6 population from pacified villages, and I have 7 normally. So that's the thing this faction has, is the more villages they take, the more workers they'll get in their main city. So eventually you'll end up with like millions of work, not millions literally, but tons of workers to be able to plow through all your buildings and everything. Keep your science and your gold up there. Oh, there's another one. So yeah, this faction is pretty cool. I like the way it plays. It's definitely different from the other factions. When I played Broken Lords, all I did was just destroy everything. I took over the entire world, pretty much. My approval rating was abysmal, but it didn't matter, because my army was so strong. Level 2 Rumbler, okay. So, we'll just... where is this? We'll send this guy over here. Keep sending this guy to Mega City. Eventually we'll take all these units we have and make a proper army out of them, with a hero leading them, but that will cost me quite a bit of money, and I need the mercenary market, which I'm working on, 4 turns away. They're all queued for movement, so I'll just in turn, and they will move. It's a very good looking game, isn't it? I like the world map. Like when you zoom out, you see the regions, who controls the regions and colors and all that, and the names, and when you zoom in it stops looking like a map and starts looking like a game. Very cool. And the game looks great, I must say. I was already queued. Alright. Just keep ending turn until we get to our destination. Not a whole lot you can do in winter anyway. My movement is cut in half, so it's kind of like, you know. What can you do? There's a ruin there. I could take that. Oh. Mercenary market is complete. So what that means is I have access to this, which is the mercenary market. Any units that get disbanded get sent to the mercenary market. And I can also buy heroes, which are 883 gold. So I will want that eventually. Probably get the Queen Slayer. I do like these bug units. I'll take a look at those a little more in depth when we have enough money. Alright. Oh, there's a thing right there. No. Oh, nothing. Nothing more disappointing. Also, now that I have access to the mercenary market, I can disband, instead of disbanding units, I can sell them to the mercenary place. So, this orc that spawned here, I get spawned a unit like every, I don't know, 30 turns it looks like. I'm not sure if it's that way for everyone. But like in 6 turns I'll get a Delver, 20 turns I'll get him, 2 turns I'll get a Boris boss, 20 turns. And I will be able to sell those units for gold, and those units will go to this marketplace. So I just sold a, what? What did I sell? Not overly sure. A Harness. I'm not sure what a Harness is. I don't think that's the actual name of the unit, but whatever. Anyway, if you do that, other players will be able to buy them if they have access to that marketplace. Although I wouldn't recommend it. I just found something really nice. So occasionally when you search a ruin, you will find a legendary reward. This is a 2-handed scepter that has a ton of buffs on it. Can only be equipped by heroes. Gives exhaustion 3, which I believe lowers the resistances of the enemy. But it does cost 21 of a very high tier, let's see, adamantium, which is up here. So it's a whole nother tier away. But that is cool, you know. And you'll find a lot of things like that. I found a super overpowered sword in my last playthrough when I was the Broken Lords, and a shield as well. So my tanky hero was extremely good. I think I actually filled my garrison, because I'm not able to actually garrison this guy. I can use this fanatic though to go around and pacify villages, because he is one of my units. So I think I will do just that. And if the dragons want to fight, then I will have to do that, because I will not be pushed around by these dragons. Also, there is a tech I want. I don't know if I queued it or not. I did not. Okay, we have too many techs queued up. We want this. This gives 2 army slots, 2 of your armies, 2 garrison slots, and extra accessory slot. So it is worth getting. My armies will become bigger as I have all these units to play with. I think it's a good idea. So instead of getting gold, plus 15% gold in city, I'll get plus 5% to everything, and then next I'll get the winter thing, or so if winter hits, I won't be negatively affected by it. I think that is a good investment, especially when you only have 1 city. Alright, let's head down towards this village again. Oh yeah, now that winter's done, I could take people out of gold, but I actually don't want to. And there's an empire plan as well. Okay. So we have 1,004 influence points, which is quite a ton. We'll go down to tier 2 on empire and expansion, which gives me 25% approval on cities. Building cost reduction, 33% and 20 cents. 20 science, not cents. That sounds good. Might as well get the attack. And unit cost reduction, sure. Gold. I don't need the building buyout reduction cost. I don't think that's something I will even be doing, because I don't really have money. This is already pacified, so I'll just convert it. And that will send another worker to my village, and I can just sell this boss unit here. And this one as well. The Centaur. So that is a good way to get gold for this team. Just keep selling your little crappy units that spawn in these little villages. I mean, it is good to have defenders in these villages, but at the same time, I don't see them being attacked, so whatever. So I could get the bug guy. Well, first of all, let's take a look. We have what is this? This class is a support class, so it is able to heal and debuff, or buff friends and debuff enemies, as it says. We have a ranged troop, and these are ranged, and then we have infantry, which is a soldier who's able to attack the guy next to him. We also have a mage. It's like a support, but it does more magey damage. So we can either go with Ozek the Chosen. I think it's actually who we have already. I'm gonna go with the Queenslayer because, like I said, I like them, and I mean, look at that. It's cool. The insect race is pretty cool. Let's upgrade my hero as well. Let's give him the tier 2 tech. I could give him a two-handed weapon, like so, if I wanted to. Two-handed axe or sword. And they do give different benefits. This gives Infantry Slayer, which is 30% damage infantry. This is Range Slayer, which is better against archers, as you might imagine. And Sweep Strike, which is AoE. So as attack 64, damage 50. Does it go up with one of these? Attack 68, damage 40. So actually you get more damage with the claws, but you get less attack. And attack is like your chance to hit. Yeah. But personally, I like sword and board. That is my favorite thing to do, so I will go with sword and board. Okay, let's get the rest of the armor on him. Got tier 2 chests. That's not what I tried to choose. There we go. And we got improved movement, if I can click them correctly, and improved vision and range defense. So he's decked out in our new armors, and now we can take this assign hero, assign him to our little army down here. I should really just get rid of this preacher, honestly. It's so bad. I would rather have any of these minor faction units than that. But I think I'll actually take this fanatic that's about to finish and add it to this army. Might even add another one in there. Because my fanatics and my rumblers that are built for my city are going to be more powerful than any of these units that I'm getting, like centaurs and dredges, because I can't upgrade those unless I assimilate them into my empire, like I did with the the rumblers. So that's how that works. Alright, here's a village down here. Let's pacify this, or convert this. It's already been pacified. Excellent. I'll just sell this unit. Don't really need that. And we'll go back here, pick up some units. Some proper units. This Orc Archer is pretty crappy. I might just leave him in my capital. I probably want a second hero, honestly. A third hero. How much would that be? Well, for about 950, I can get a second hero. So I'll just keep saving. And then I'll be able to assign a hero to this army, and then I'll have 2 armies with a hero. And that is pretty good. So I'll sell this dredge. Puts me one step closer. Do I want to convert this village? It's pretty close to the dragon's border, I don't know. I might do it anyway and just defend it. I feel like there's going to be a war with the dragons pretty soon. Fairly soon, in fact. I don't know if I built this Rumbler or not. No, it's a Rumbler 1, so I'll sell that Rumbler 1. Rumbler 2 is the one I want, because it's the one with all the improved movement and the gear and such. I think I'll actually sell this Archer as well, and just wait for this Rumbler. Cool. So now I can make a new army out of that. Combine them with my old army. Also, we have some research, so let's get the glory to the Empire. Get that built after the borough streets. That will get our approval rating up there. Although our approval rating can't really get any higher. But you know, never hurts. It's a pretty good army. You got a Fanatic, a Rumbler, a Dredge, and a Centaur. Not too shabby. I think we're going to convert this village. It's been destroyed, so it costs double the amount of influence to do that, but that's fine. Oh, there's the dragon. He's in my land. If he wants to throw down, I'm ready. Alright, I think this is a good spot to stop for now, for this part. So we will continue this part in this battle in part 3. So we'll attack the dragon guy probably. And hopefully not die. So see you there.